Good afternoon, everybody. And today I'm going to talk about L7 Informatics and the data platform that we are built and now deploying across several cell and gene therapy customers, CDMOs, and biotechnology companies. So what is the key missing piece in today's infrastructure for cell and gene therapy is the lack of integrated data and analytics. Cell and gene therapies require continuous revision. It's a very continuous improvement type of a product as opposed to existing small molecules. So integrated data management and analytical tools are really, really critical. So today's systems architectures don't support that. There's a lot of legacy data and process architectures that hinder this requirement for having integrated data and intelligence. So you have research systems, you have development systems, you have manufacturing systems, you have QC systems, and clinical outcome systems, each in their own little data silos, and none of them talk to each other. So your overall speed of the product to market and the velocity with which you bring to the market is hindered. Data integrity is a problem. This creates regulatory risk. Scientists are constantly looking for insight, and there's no workflow efficiency. So this expands not just to within the company, but also to the entire value chain, because the company has to work with logistics companies, external CDMOs, labs, integrate to clinics. So what we have done at L7 Informatics is really provided a platform and a roadmap towards data and intelligence. So we can eliminate all these research tools that are silos, eliminate process and analytical development tools, and also eliminate the slow feedback between development, manufacturing, and QC. Because this really is very, very important to speed up and to commercialize cell and gene therapies. So what do we do is we help organization realize the maximum value from all of the process data and the scientific data that you're collecting, and then unlocking all the insights and intelligence, because there's a lot of correlation between process data, the patient outcome data, as well as the quality data. So a lot of the analysts are also talking about this, and in the future, you really need to make sure that it's not a collection of systems, but a completely integrated platform. And I wanted to just touch upon these two words, because these two words are often misquoted and misunderstood by most people. Everybody talks about digitization, which means converting paper to digital systems, but digitalization is really relates to process automation and process digitalization. It's how departments work with each other. It's how companies work with other companies. So what we are trying to build is a true digitalization platform. Instead of today's chaotic IT systems where a lot of different complex scientific processes are coming to market, there's also very complex, disjointed IT systems. So what L7 has built is across the product life cycle, for research to development, for clinical trials and manufacturing and real-world data, real-world evidence, we have built a single integrated platform, which very much, it's like an iPhone with single data model with lots of different applications like electronic lab notebook, electronic batch records, LIMS, inventory management, sample management. So you don't have to go outside of this platform to deliver your cell and gene therapy product. So we also integrate to existing instruments, equipment, logistics carriers. We talk to ERP systems. And what that does is creates a contextualized data set that can give you and take you on the path towards data intelligence. Today, all of these, like I said, are siloed systems, and it's very expensive to connect all the data and get any intelligence out of it. So this is a little more details into what the platform does. It works on any cloud. You can add your own cell therapy process into the platform. It's all a low-code environment where you can drag and drop unit operation, drag and drop lab protocols, create your own manufacturing processes, your quality control processes. And we have a data store that stores all your operational store. There's an intelligence store that allows you to look at your critical process parameters and see what's working, what's not working. And then we have all of the applications on the top, including lab notebook, clinical operations, manufacturing execution, environmental monitoring. And so this creates a complete integrated data platform and applications to manage all your cell therapy processes. These are some of the applications we have on the platform. A lot of dashboards, scheduling, electronic batch records. The other interesting innovation that L7 has done is we have created a digital version of these processes. And the digitalization of these processes is extremely important for tech transfer. If you're a biotech company that wants to go to a CRO or a CDMO, you're literally taking hundreds and hundreds of pages of SOPs for them to implement in their systems. With ESP, you've digitalized all of them into digital files. So we have customers now who have digitalized all of their manufacturing processes and QC processes to where, let's say there is a drug product 100, they can easily drag and drop unit operations and create a new product. So this can be done by process engineers and scientists as opposed to going to IT to do it. So this makes it a lot more reusable, a lot more end-user friendly, and it's much more visible to what the process is actually doing, and you can actually track and trace as the process is executing. So you have full visibility as the process is executing. And also, once the operational data is collected by these workflows, we have an intelligence platform where all of the operational data is going, and there you can see how the execution is going, monitor these processes, and then there's a continuous learning cycle on how do I tune my critical quality attributes and critical process parameters to make the process better on a continuous and iterative way. We also have integrations to third-party logistics systems as well as clinics so that everybody can log into this collaborative platform and you can do multi-party synchronization of workflows. So essentially, having a single data platform with multiple apps creates a single source of truth. It will enable your FDA submissions, your IND processes. It'll also enable tech transfers between biotech companies and manufacturing, where you just have to send files over as opposed to going with hundreds of pages of SOPs and doing a tech transfer that typically takes 8-9 months, can be reduced to less than 3 to 4 months. And this is millions of dollars of savings, because now that you have digitalized the processes, you can exchange data electronically as opposed to through paper. And the same within the company, your research team can exchange data and process information with your development team that can exchange data and process with your CMC and quality control teams. And this will again enable rapid collaboration within the company. And we can also support the entire needle-to-needle process from collection of samples all the way to shipping the resulting drug product to the clinic and also getting the clinical data back. So ESP has all the connectors to instruments, equipment, EDC systems that collect clinical data, shipping systems, ERP systems, so we can manage this entire chain of identity, chain of custody as well as the manufacturing and quality control in one place. These are some of the list of connectors we have with instruments and equipment providers. I'm going to go through some customer case studies. The Charles River CDMO is one of our big client, and they like ESP because today the single source of truth is very difficult to achieve in these companies because you have an SOP that represents the process, that represents the system of record, but then the SOP is in paper. Then you write user requirements, and then you implement that in different systems. With ESP, you can digitalize your SOP, and that whatever you digitalize is actually the workflow that's executing. So you can move towards this digital-first methodology or the single source of truth. We have another CAR T-cell company that's doing all their manufacturing and QC, digitalized all of their SOPs into electronic workflows. Rangadass is an immuno-oncology company. They're completely implemented their needle-to-needle process from the tissue being shipped to their manufacturing site to the vials being shipped out is all done in one single workflow. And this is another CDMO called Army that's funded by the US government, and they're doing tissue culture, like growing tissues, skin cells, and organs using bioreactor workflows. So it doesn't matter what the workflow is, ESP can manage any scientific workflow and digitalize it. Another customer is QIAGEN in Germany. They are actually building all their companion diagnostic products for their cell therapy customers like Novartis and everybody else. They're using ESP as the backbone on which the Agilent tape station is integrated to Lumina, is integrated to their bioinformatics, but ESP is this thread that connects them all together into one cohesive workflow. And these workflows are extremely complex. They can have feed-forward loops, they can have feedback loops. All of those are managed with a full chain of identity and chain of custody. And we also have health systems that are using our platform for, this is Rady's Children's Hospital in San Diego that's doing whole genome sequencing and identifying rare diseases at the point of care and neonatology units. This again includes the receipt of the order all the way to primary, secondary analysis and interpretation using bioinformatics. So the main goal is these very complex scientific processes. You don't need different systems. You can do all of your scientific workflows and manage the data, both the wet lab workflows, the analytical dry lab workflows, integration to instruments, all in a fully regulated platform. So you can have your GMP compliance at the same time. You don't have to buy 10 different systems and hire expensive IT resources to integrate them all together. And so essentially this gives companies increased velocity in their product flow, improved efficiency, much better data integrity to help with your FDA submissions, and also full compliance all at the same time. So L7 Informatics is based in Austin, Texas. We have about 150 employees and another 50 contractors, so we have about 200 people. We work only in life sciences and healthcare, and then crop and animal sciences. The one thread that connects us all connects all these different industries is biology. So all our customers are doing something with biology. Either they're modifying the biology or they're measuring or diagnosing diseases, all using biology as a common thread. We were awarded the Cool Vendor in 2020 by Gartner, and we were also rated by Deloitte last year as the fastest growing software company in life sciences in the US. So thank you for your time, and and we have a booth outside. Please stop by if you have any questions. Thank you.